Hello and welcome to the Beacon Today. I'm your media guy, Josh Myers. Let's jump right in with a story that's been getting a lot of attention both online and in the news. It all takes place in the state of Oregon. Oregon signed a new law called the gun confiscation law. It was signed on August 23rd, but will go into full effect on January 1st of 2018. Now, a lot of people have been discussing what this really means, and there's been a bit of confusion on some facts. But the basic idea is that if a person is seen as a risk in the near future or at the time to either themselves or anyone else, law enforcement can come and confiscate all that person's weapons and firearms. And this is what they're calling the extreme risk protection order. Now, before this can happen, a judge has to grant it. And the judge only has 24 hours after the request is filed to either approve or deny it. But who can put a request in? It has to either be a law enforcement, the accused family, or a housemate. And this is to reduce the risk of people putting false information and accusations in about others. While all of this is going to take precautions, the judge does not need any hard evidence. They'll take into consideration things like previous crime records, illegal drug use, if the person tried to buy or possess a weapon in the last 6 months, along with this other long list of things. But the main thing they're looking at is the statement made under oath by the person that filed it. Now, if the judge grants all this, the accused person has 24 hours to turn over all firearms to law enforcement, although law enforcement does reserve the right to come and take the weapons immediately if need be. Then this accused person has 30 days to file for a hearing to overturn this. If they're able to overturn it, all the property is given back. If not, for the next year, that person cannot buy or possess any deadly weapons and firearms. Now, why does any of this matter to you? Well, for one, if this law is actually enforced, a lot of people believe it is another step closer to getting rid of the Second Amendment. And every step closer in reducing gun control is against the Constitution. And this is a step away from freedom. Also, the only way for the accused to get their property back is to prove that they are the ones that are innocent, which is the problem here. And this is what many are concerned about. This bill takes away the process of a fair trial. The extreme risk protection order will be held as an ex parte hearing, which means that the person has no right to attend their own hearing. They cannot present themselves or any of their information at it. They can only do so after the fact. Now, this makes all of this a very slippery slope. We in America have the right to a fair trial and a due process of law. Although the burden of proof will lie on the person filing the report and not the person being accused. But if the person being accused cannot even present themselves in their own hearing, how hard is it for that filing to get granted by a judge? According to OregonLive.com, and I quote, Post, a second-term lawmaker, said he strongly opposes the law because it calls for the forced confiscation of property by the police with no due process. No accusation of a crime, let alone conviction of a crime. It allows people with no mental health credentials to make assessments of other states of mind, and it allows people with no mental health credentials, judges, to punish people they have never met or spoken to. Now, there are things set up to keep people from making false accusations. If the person filing the requests is found to have lied or provided false information, they can be put into jail for up to 12 months and given a fine. And this is just another way to try to keep people from falsely accusing and harassing others. But in the end, could this just be another step in getting rid of the Second Amendment in this long battle over gun control? Many petitions are already being started. People are trying to stop this law before it becomes fully enforced in January 1st of 2018. But what's your opinion? Is this an infringement on our freedom? Let us know.